presentations all the time. I want y'all to get over there to my Patreon. Feel me? I got that fire Patreon page, the most poppin'est Patreon page on the planet. You feel what I'm saying? Over 500 exclusive live streams. I want you to get over there, check me out. Link is gonna be in the top of the chat. Also, KingSeti.com online marketplace. Y'all already know what it is. We got official General Seti DVDs, t-shirts, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry. You already know the hottest products that you can get out there. So most definitely get over there to KingSeti.com. Also, 24-hour live streams on both General Seti and Sarasun Seti. Check it out, become a member, and make sure you get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it, share it with your family and friends, and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because you will get banned. You be banned out there, fam. We gonna touch back down. You know, we was on General Seti chopping it up about this horrific attack in Chicago. You know, mother and her son and a little daughter. I don't think the daughter I don't think they touched the young daughter, but they jumped on the mom. They jumped on the mom. They jumped on the young son. I seen it. You know, I won't show it because, you know, it's a horrific thing. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? The shit that, and then you know how Chicago is. Shit, motherfucker be ready to retaliate on the kids. You understand what I'm saying? Man, listen here. They don't give a goddamn. They're retaliating on the kids. Because they saying the kids, some people saying the kids was, they was damn near raising themselves from what I'm understanding. You know what I'm saying? They saying they was, you know, a lot of them be out there just, you know, literally raising themselves. You know? And so, yeah, I'm gonna play a little something to what I think he was one of the council members came out to the school, and what the people was saying that them kids been bullying motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? Adults too. It didn't make no goddamn difference. You know, adults too. They was bullying every damn body. You feel me? And say it had been going on, and they saying that the principal, you understand what I'm saying? You know, your ass gonna be under fire because they saying that shit should have been documented long time ago. You see? Should have been documented long time ago. But that's how shit keep going on and on and on. You know, the motherfuckers are just in there for a paycheck. You see what I'm saying? Just in there for a damn paycheck. You feel me? Ain't really trying to change things, you know, and because the kids want structure. You understand what I'm saying? Kids want structure. You see, they want to learn. If you give them structure, if they know you ain't playing with their ass, they'll tighten up. And they want structure. That's why they really come to school. They running from home because a lot of time they goddamn home ain't got no damn structure. So when they come to school, it's like, you understand? You at home and shit, hungry and shit. You understand? A lot of time the damn, the parents is fighting and knock down, drag out. You see what I'm saying? Either the parents is on dope and or alcoholics and shit and all of that crazy ass shit, but they be wanting structure. So when you get to school and shit, that's what you supposed to have structure for the kids. You know what I'm saying? But they saying that these kids was out there bullying people for a long time. You see? You fuck around and get the kids retaliated on, man. People be ready to retaliate on the kids. These niggas out here is sick. You see what I'm saying? You done jumped on somebody's mama and shit. You know what I'm saying? They be ready to holler. You know, I mean, that's just real talk. You don't know how quick, motherfuckers don't take shit laying down. Them kids is gonna fuck around, man, and you know, that's a strike. That's a strike. They got a strike. And a lot of people don't give a goddamn because that's just what it is. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people just don't give a goddamn because that's what it is. When they get strikes and they get to go, but damn, at that age, how old was them kids? Them kids look like what? They was in damn near in elementary school. How old was them kids? Oh, they was teens. I'm trying to see how old they were. They saying they was kids. I'm just trying to see how old they were. Well, they was in elementary. So they was elementary kids. So, I mean, that's crazy. Now, we had fights and shit. Now, don't get me wrong. But you wouldn't have, in my, you wouldn't have been disrespecting no damn teacher. In my elementary school, your ass would have been kicked up out of that motherfucker. Straight up. Your ass would have been up out of there. Now, my junior high school, you know, when I went to junior, niggas was, you know what I'm saying? They was on a whole nother level. We still fought in elementary school. Don't get it twisted. Man, I had some motherfucking throwdowns at motherfucking elementary. Straight up. You understand what I'm saying? At least we did knuckle up. You know, we did knuckle up. Back when I was going there, nigga, you had to fight. Straight up. So I motherfucking had some motherfucking like nigga. You know how when everybody on the playground and shit after school, everybody, the whole school and shit, niggas out there throwing down. And nigga, like I say, you know what I'm saying? I remain victorious at all times. Believe me what I tell you. But nigga, that's what we had to do. But it wasn't no disrespecting no moms. It wasn't no disrespecting no moms or no shit like that. That wasn't, you couldn't do that. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas, and then, you know, it got, when the crack game came in, niggas just got totally disrespected. Yeah, you niggas just got totally disrespectful when that dope, you know what I'm saying? Niggas selling dope to women, pregnant women and all. They didn't have no fucking scruples. You understand what I'm saying? It was there for a minute, but then just niggas for the love of money. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas just didn't have no scruples. You see what I'm saying? And it's been that way. It's been that goddamn way. Flat out. It's been that goddamn way, off and on, but to a certain extent. I seen a motherfucker, man, on what was that, TikTok? This was some years back. The mama said something to him, and he did in front of his homies. Man, he fired on his mama. He fired on his mama, man. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, man, if a nigga disrespected his mama, we didn't even too much fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? You like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker disrespect another. When you seen another, man, listen here, man. When you seen somebody else mama, you straighten your ass up quick. You know what I'm saying? You didn't just be disrespectful. Yeah, how you doing, miss? You know, so-and-so. How you doing? Yeah, I'm good. How you? Yeah, nigga, we here, you know, I hear you out here cussing. That you out here cussing? No, that wasn't me. Yes, it was. That was you. I'm sorry. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? You had to, you know what I'm saying? You had to have a certain respect, nigga. And when you sing other people, you know, mamas, you straighten that shit up. Even if you was cussing, nigga, you had to, yeah, I apologize. I didn't hear. Yeah, you better clean your mouth up, boy. Yeah, you saying some things. Yeah, I'm sorry, I apologize. You know, but that's as far as that went. That's far as that went. But again, when you look at the children, all you doing is looking at their mamas and their damn daddies. You see what I'm saying? Because you understand. Now look at all from the lack of responsibility. Look at, you understand what I'm saying? All the backlash, international goddamn situation, all over the goddamn country. You see what I'm saying? And this is what I'm talking about when I've been, discussing what's going on with FBA. Motherfucker, you sitting up here spending all this time talking about some niggas overseas and the babies over here just out of control. Out of control, nigga. Out of control. What the business is, nigga? What the business is? What we gonna do about this shit right here? You know what I'm saying? I used to love, man, being able to teach, man. Cause, man, for real, when I came up in the northern and I started doing my rites of passage, man, and dropping down the knowledge, man, they was loving that. Oh, they was loving that. Some of the students would never miss a rites of passage. They was always in there. I was coming up with all type of creative ideas. You know what I'm saying? Taking them on all type of field trips. You know what I'm saying? To African museums and black museums and wherever I could get them. Even historical black colleges, wherever I could get them. You see what I'm saying? So they could get some knowledge yourself. They was loving that. You see what I'm saying? They was loving that. But see, but we talking about today. Hold just a second, family. Hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. Yeah. We talking about today, man. It's a whole nother situation, man. Where they didn't let this the lack of just knowledge of self, man. Knowledge of self. Niggas fleeing from self. Too many of y'all niggas got demons. You see what I'm saying? And these babies out here need a code, whatever it is. You understand what I'm saying? So that they could develop, and it's just like a staircase. Give them something and let them work their way up and develop up. I don't give a goddamn what it is. You see what I'm saying? Until we could, and let them develop up. Don't leave them out there without no code. You see what I'm saying? And understand and draw the line and let them know. A lot of them didn't, been out there so long in them damn streets, they don't fear shit. They don't fear a goddamn thing. You see? They don't fear a goddamn thing. And that's why they, and the niggas out there. They sit out there in the streets and shit acting like little kids, grown ass nigga supposed to have his life together, still out there in the streets, nigga, doing shit that young niggas do, still trying to gang bang in their 40s and 30s and 50s. You understand? Old worthless ass niggas still gang banging in they 40 and 50 motherfucking years old. You can't take that shit to the afterlife, nigga. You get over there, nigga, it's something totally different, nigga. It's based on your motherfucking spiritual, you understand, bank account, nigga. What have you deposited in your spiritual bank account, nigga, as far as righteous moves, and you understand what I'm saying? What you did for the people while you was on this planet, nigga. You ain't did shit but brought chaos, nigga. You ain't did nothing for yourself. And a lot of niggas, because we as a people have not developed no nationalistic program that's what Marcus Garvey was talking about. We got to raise these niggas up. You understand what I'm saying? Got to raise these niggas up. Motherfuckers got enough nerve to talk about systems that, you know, they may not agree one, you know, with a couple of ideology, but overall, nigga, the system was a success to raise niggas up out of the lowest state of irresponsibility and you see, and low character and shit and no character, you see, and give them pride and give them destiny and shit, you know, and motherfucker. But see, this is where we at today. And so we can't blame nobody but ourselves. We can't blame nobody but ourselves. And we're going to have to get control. We're going to have to get control over them babies. That's first and foremost. You're going to have to get control. You understand? And giving them structure. I ain't saying you. And some of them is out of pocket. They'll fuck over you, nigga. That's just all it is. Some of these teenagers in the streets, nigga, they is like straight up, some of them is killers. You see what I'm saying? Some of them is straight killers. Ain't no you nigga, that young nigga will pop your ass. You feel what I'm saying? Straight up. He'll pop your motherfucking ass quick. So you have to treat that motherfucker just like a grown nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Straight up. When I was, when I was back in when I was in high school, you understand, I looked younger than, you know what I'm saying, but I didn't look that damn young. You see what I'm saying, for a month, but they probably thought, you know what I'm saying, I was a little 20-year-old nigga and shit and this, that, and the third, and that they could test me. And one nigga the young cat tried to test me. You know what I'm saying? Tried to straight up test me, man. And you know what I'm saying? They was tussling in the hallway, and I say, man, y'all got to calm down. You know how niggas tussle and shit, and all the kids, and so they throwing each other around. I say, hold up, dog, y'all got to calm down. And young nigga tried to get slick. Like, nigga, who you talking to? Yeah. And I was swole too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was on one of my years. You feel me? I'm thinking to this young nigga. You understand what I'm saying? I'm thinking, and I tried not to. I went to lightweight with the nigga. You understand what I'm saying? I went to lightweight with it. I didn't just. You understand what I'm saying? I went to lightweight with him. Like, yeah, look, young brother. You feel what I'm saying? You better think about that for you, because he went to dancing like he was gonna do something. I say, look, like, young brother, you better think about that before you make that move. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you make that move, you understand what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to undo this shit. You feel me? You ain't gonna be able to undo it. So he danced around, but he didn't. I said, go on and move, nigga. Quit jumping. You wasting your energy. You see what I'm saying? But he didn't cross that line. And you know what? I felt bad. I did. I felt bad. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't come there for that. But I understood that, some of these young niggas thinking they hard and shit. You know what I'm saying? And, and so I had to, but I did come back on the back end and called him one day. We was coming through the hallway and it was empty. And it wasn't that long after the young brother, he flexed, but you understand, he tried to flex. And I seen him in the hallway, and I know the nigga damn near probably shit a brick, because he probably thought I was going to really, I had him by himself. He probably thought I was going to tie his ass up in the knot. But I say, what's up, bro? I say, you feeling better today? He said, yeah, I'm feeling, he didn't have, he had thought about it. I said, you feeling better today? He said, yeah. I said, you know what? I got something for you. I like you, little brother. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got no beef with you. You see what I'm saying? But we got to have, the hallway tie. You know that. You see what I'm saying? We can't be. And he said, yeah, you right. I said, you know what? I'm going to see the Pistons. You feel me? The Detroit Pistons. Because I was going to take, I was taking the kids on a field trip. We was going to see the Detroit Pistons. I said, I got some tickets. I said, you want to be on that damn bus? He said, yes, sir, I want to be. And the young nigga came, and actually he came on my to a couple of rites of passage. He was still in the streets, but he tried to work with the general when he could. He would show up every blue moon, but he wasn't on my roster. I was just, I had room for him, and so I would let those who wasn't really a part of my program, I still let them come if I had room. You feel what I'm saying? And so, but I got the brother back on my team. You feel what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be a man about shit. Motherfucking man about shit. A lot of them teachers up in there and them principals, they be weak. Them motherfuckers be weak. They don't show no manly presence. And that's what them brothers really want. They want a man. You know what I'm saying? That's all we used to love was to hang around our daddies and our uncles and just listen. And they be wanting to hear some real shit. They don't want to hear that bullshit. They want to hear some real life stories and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some war stories overseas and how they was coming up and how they survived and how they came out of shit. That's what they want them. These young niggas, these niggas out here today, they ain't got nothing to tell a nigga. They on the same corner as the young nigga. They ain't doing nothing no different than the young nigga. So the young nigga got more to tell than the old nigga. The young niggas got more to tell than the old niggas, man. But that was really what they did to that. They're gonna pay for that. And they elementary kids, and they're gonna pay for it. You understand what I'm saying? And it might be a life-changing event for them. It's gonna be a life-changing event for them. You see what I'm saying? And they could still come out on the end of it much better. And it might be the ancestors, and I ain't gonna say that, because they jumped on that woman, you understand, and her baby. That you're gonna have to pay for that. I don't care how old you is. You're gonna have to pay for that. And you understand, they're gonna have to be taught a lesson. And their mamas and their parents should be, and daddies, mama and daddy, should be taught a lesson. You see what I'm saying? For real. You got to be responsible for your children. You can't have your children out here jumping on people like that. That just can't happen. You see what I'm saying? That's why you got to be in control of your children. Because if they go out there, your ass could be held responsible for that shit. And so since the peoples is saying they been out there whooping on people, you see what I'm saying? Then they just gonna have to pay the price. They gonna have to learn that shit won't be tolerated in society, in the black community. It should not be tolerated at all. That's just horrific to have that shit go around like that. Man, raise your children, man. Real fucking talk. Get on your motherfucking job and lay down some form of a moral and spiritual code. All this bullshit you niggas talking, but y'all ain't talking about what's going on with the spiritual destiny of our people. We gone astray. Anytime you look at your children, they do, nigga, you have gone astray. Period. So y'all motherfuckers wake up out there. I know it ain't, but I know you ain't. But that day gonna come. That day gonna come, because them goddamn bamboo sticks is coming. The day of the bamboo stick is coming out there. You see what I'm saying? I got that up there. But anyway, family, we got a hell of a day. Yeah, kids raising kids. You ain't bullshit. You see what I'm saying? And listen, we in trouble. We in trouble. Motherfuckers better wake up out there. Worry about everything but the right thing. Worried about everything but the right thing. Look in the mirror. And before you try to pull the log out of your brothers and sisters' eye, get that speck out of your brother and sister's eye, get that log out of your motherfucking eye. That's what you need to do. And it's obvious based on what the children is doing out here that they're a reflection of the adults. And that's a very sad, sad reflection. Get over there to Patreon, support the general. We got some links over there in the chat. Y'all already know what we do, and I'll be back in a minute, man. We're going to chop it up this evening with the general. See you in a minute. Boom. Black Pop.